It's on. That's how loud it gets when it's half speed. What's up, guys? I'm George Lahoff, today in Maker's Best Friend, I'm going to show you guys how to install a Cloudline S6 external filter for your Glowforge laser machine. Alright guys, so if you guys have a Glowforge machine, you probably love it as much as I do. It's a really great user-friendly home machine to help laser engrave and cut a whole bunch of great materials, and I absolutely love it. The only problem is it is loud. When you're running this machine, it is loud. The filter is in a really hard place to get to clean, and honestly, I can't be in here if it's running. It's just so loud that I can't concentrate. It's probably hurting my ears. Whole bunch of reasons. So if you guys are around in the forums at all, you probably know that there are a lot of recommendations to use a Cloudline S6 filter as an external filter. It's offered at a really great price compared to the external filter that the Glowforge offers, and it's a lot smaller. So the Glowforge offers its own filter, which is really great if you don't have access to a window, because I believe you don't actually need a window for their filter. If you don't have a window available, I would highly consider that. And it is expensive, but maybe it's worth it. Either way, I have a window here. But I finally invested in one of these Cloudline filters and I'm ready to install it. And I wanted to show you guys how to do it and also compare the before and after of the sound, the quality, as much as I'm able to. So check it out. So my Glowforge is here, and I actually normally have to angle the stand that my Glowforge is so that I'm able to make the hose that comes with the Glowforge here to let this reach my window. And then, I normally just stick out the window, and a lot of the fumes can even blow back in because it's not really set up properly. So what we are going to do, what I have here is the new filter, okay? And then I'm going to show you guys all the parts we have to do to make it all work together. So check it out. So I'm going to open it up, show you guys what's in the box. All right, and it's kind of cool looking too. So check it out. It's kind of like a big bulbous type of size here. Ah, that's pretty. That's really pretty. So if you can see, nice black, a little shiny, not exactly matte black. And then there's place for screws at the bottom. And they actually provide you all the screws you need, as well as some clamps for the hose. Now I did have to get the hose separate of the filter, so there is some added cost there, but that's kind of, I think, standard with any system, any kind of filtration system you get. So I got the 6-inch hose that fits into this, and that's what we're going to talk about. This is a 6-inch hose. However, your outlet on the Glowforge is a 4-inch duct. So we're just going to have to use a converter. Now what you can do is you can just go to your local home goods store and get the normal duct converters that you would use for like your laundry room or whatever it is. I had a 3D printer, so I just printed one. Made it a lot simpler. So the way I printed it, I'm actually going to keep part of this smaller 4-inch hose. I'm not going to keep the whole thing, so I don't really need the whole thing like that. But it'll attach to one end here, and then this hose will attach to the other end. I'll clamp both sides, and then from there on will be 6-inch hoses to the filter and 6-inch hose out the window. And I'm going to show you the window portion. Because I don't want to just have a hose hanging outside my window, I also made another 3D printed part. Again, you can just get anything really available through your home goods store that does this, but if you have a 3D printer, it saves cost and time. So, and you can do it yourself, which is what we do here, right? So then the 6-inch hose will attach to this, okay? And I'm going to screw this into a piece of wood that fits inside of my window and we'll be good. This is not going to stay in the window portion. So this is not always going to be here in the window, always open, because I don't feel like making this weatherproof to keep out the cold air and hot air and all that good stuff. I am fine opening this, and that way I'll always have my window available and ready for just fresh air when I'm not using Glowforge. But other than that, I'll just open this up, put in the piece of wood with the piece, and close it back down after that. All right, here we go. So this is everything we need other than the piece of wood, which I'm going to cut a little bit later. Okay, so we need a knife. Where's the knife? I almost forgot, you also need some of this duct taping. This will help seal a lot of the air for what we're about to do. So I think what I want is a short of a cable for this guy, but also like no strain to connect to this, which will tape on, as well as a clamp. I'm going to have a clamp. How many clamps do I have? Oh, we have an extra clamp. Nice. Okay. You see the arrows, so you know that the air is flowing that way. You want it to flow out. Okay, what you want to do is you want to put the clamp over it beforehand. Make your life a lot easier in case you're like me and you normally forget. This is going to come back here, and then we're going to have the other part from this connect to this through this. Okay, so the more important part for me is making sure I have enough to get out the window. This I can use as much of this as I want. So I'm going to cut it somewhere around here is more than enough. I always get so nervous cutting this stuff. Okay. So now you got this to go from the Glowforge to the window. Lots of extra stuff I care about a lot more than this part. This part goes onto my converter, and then you're going to put over the converter. My main fear, I tried printing these 3D parts with 30% infill. Probably should have done a little bit more. I just don't want it to crumble under either the pressure of the clamp, or if it's a strong suction, you know, that could obviously kind of cause a lot of issues, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, got it on. Oh, that's more than enough. Okay, and now the tape. You know, it's not going to be perfect, but it'll get as close as possible. You know, this should help. And the nice thing, if any air leaks out, hopefully it'll help suck the tape down and actually like help seal itself. So we'll run it once it's all together and see how this, we'll see how it does, huh? We'll see how it does. Okay, this part's on. This is the part that's going to connect to this part. This part needs to be cut. I mean, it doesn't really need to be cut. I guess it could sit back there. Does it matter? By adding in more, though, we're making this like less efficient. So let's do it. Let's cut. What we're gonna do, we're gonna place this. I'm actually gonna screw down the filter now, and then that way I'll know exactly how much of this to cut. Okay, so to screw it in, we're gonna take off the clamp for the top piece here. Okay. It's right about this length. I'm gonna cut an extra one. I don't want to screw this part up. Okay. So I'm gonna pre-tighten this one because we only need to be 4 inches. Combine. What I'm probably going to do, because it is a pretty heavy hose, I'll probably mount the edge of this strap to the back of the chassis so it's not just like dangling around. But for now, hopefully it's fine. Because now the important part, is really to get the correct length of the hose from here to the window. Yeah, right about here should be good. Which is always the most nerve-wracking part, obviously, because once you start, can't go back. Okay, and then we're gonna clip and finish cutting. Ooh. I'm going to now cut out the piece of wood first and use this opening as a guide on the piece of wood. It'll make it a lot easier. And then we'll come back and connect it all together. All right, so I've actually got some pretty leftover ugly wood here from a project where I demoed the wood and cut it, but it's actually a good size. I've got one square end here, so I use a table saw to make that square and cut off a little bit. And then I'll probably paint it because it is really freaking ugly. Wide enough for this guy. So we can just put it in there and see. Let's take a look here too, real quick. I painted this blue first and then I painted the black on top. And look how like the stripes came out like this. It's a pretty cool color shade that we got going on. I gotta remember that next time if I wanted like something almost like navy or military kind of looking, or like some type of striped design. It's pretty cool. All right, we cut out the hole. So now we're gonna attach the 3D printed part for the hose to attach to the wood with some screws. It's all done. Apologies for that background squeaky noise. I decided to start running the 3D printer while I was finishing everything up here. Not realizing it would completely ruin the audio, but that's okay. That's another project. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to see what that's going to be later on. It's going to be a good one. All right, so I'm really excited. We're all done here. I even have kind of like a little hanger up here so I could put up the entire like piece of wood with the hose on it. I don't know if I'm going to keep that there. I might just let it hang on the floor, but we'll see as we kind of progress here. So we're just I'm going to start this guy up. I'm going to let you guys see the difference between the noise of the original Glowforge fan versus this one. And I'm going to try and get some close-ups of like burning some wood with both of the fans running so you can see that it's either adequate or even better than the original with being able to take out the fumes. Here we go. That's awesome. It's a nice seal. If I really wanted to, I could put some foam and stuff and it would help with some of the air, but I don't care. It'll run for a few hours at a time and it won't be a big deal. But I feel like it's a really windy day outside and I feel no air coming in right now. That's awesome. I'll probably find a better way to do this, but I just kind of put a zip tie right now around the controller. I'll probably just put a sticky later on and have it attached to the wall like this. And that's how we're gonna start it. But first things first, I'm gonna run it with the Glowforge and you'll see how the current fan does. I don't think it's gonna be as good. I think we're gonna make some Easter eggs for Easter. Let's do that. Close that up. And let's go. That was really loud. Every time I come with the Glowforge with its current fan, I have to actually leave the room. It's just, it definitely like hurts my ears. So the good thing about that, this egg shape, I did end up like overburning the edges kind of on purpose so that you would get to see all that smoke effect. So that's one of our Easter eggs for the welcome sign. Now we're gonna do the same thing. I'm going to disable the Glowforge fan. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick since I've seen a lot of people ask that question. And we're going to cut the same shape with the same settings. Here we go. All right, so let's do this. Here's the egg, right? I'm just going to focus it. Okay, and now we go up to here to the 3 dots and you click Glowforge air filter attached. So now the internal fan won't work and you have to make sure that you're running your fan, okay? Because you don't want to start this now that this happened. That'd be some pretty bad news bears type of thing. All right, so now we got the new egg on there and we're gonna ready it up here. Now I'm gonna start off with the fan at half speed. I've heard that's more than enough for this to work at the same performance of the Glowforge. First things first, actually, let's turn this guy on. So it's pretty nice with this. You just click, I think here. So that's half the LEDs are lit up. It takes a little second, but listen to this. It's on. That's how loud it gets when it's half speed. Okay, let's go. Iron Man helping us out. You can hear that the Glowforge fan is not turning on. Smoke is being made and being cleared. It's a little bit more smoke than... Not being cleared as much as I'd like, so we're going to ramp it up. All right, that's full speed. I'm gonna step it down to half. All right, we're gonna go to, this is gonna be 50% noise and you'll see with the smoke how it does or how it doesn't do. We'll see. It's clearing it just fine. So with the, I mean, that looks great. Still 50% here, people. This is looking pretty good. All right, actually, let's do this. Let's do 75%. Here's 75% power. All right, and here we're gonna go 100% again. It's all done. All right, so obviously the fan's gonna keep running afterwards. This is at 75% again. It's kind of the number I found to be the best with this fan. So 75% was doing a really good job and was a good level of quiet. I was able to stay in here, no problem. Now I got my second Easter egg. Gonna go paint these guys up, nice and easy like this. All right. So feedback, I love this thing already. It's just the noise. I mean, the fan used to operate just fine, obviously. You could pull out a whole bunch of smoke. That was never the issue. It's just the noise. I know some of these people mostly have it in their craft room and stuff, and the whole idea of having one of these machines is so you can do stuff, you know, in parallel as it's running so that you're like really being efficient within your project. So mine is in this room. I 3D print. Obviously, I have my computer where I do like video editing and other kind of stuff. And normally I have to wear headphones that are like ear protective headphones when this thing's running if I want to actually be in here. I also noticed the smell was a lot better. So that was probably just based off having a hose before and having that whole window set up. Even if it's just a Glowforge hose and fan that you're using, that helps a lot with the smell. Should have done it a while ago. One of those lazy things. But I'm excited. You know, I love this machine. This is one of the, this laser is awesome. You can make products and designs so fast with it. And now it's even better with this Cloudline fan. Again, this is the 6. I know the 4 that I've heard is not enough, and the 8's overkill and way more expensive. So the 6 is great. I'm gonna link all of this stuff to my affiliate link in Amazon below. That way you can just go to one place and get it all. For those of you that want to 3D print it, I'm going to list below where I got the 3D printed files. They're not mine. Somebody else made the designs, so it's a lot easier for us. So if you have a 3D printer, you don't have to spend the money on the converters and stuff. So I'll put the tape, the hose, the fan, and everything else down below. I'm also going to put all these details on my website so you can kind of walk through, because I know it might take some steps to figure this stuff out. If you have any questions on this build and how we made this and anything about the product at all, comment below. I get back to every single one of you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button below. That really helps out us with this channel, helps us make more content for you. And if you want to see more videos like the thing we're 3D printing right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you don't miss any of our new videos. As always, thanks again for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one.